Okay, we're almost through here. So just in terms of healthcare insurance considerations, excuse me. Some of my, I think increasingly, I have adult patients with developmental disabilities in my practice who are able to maintain health insurance coverage under their parents' insurance, and I just simply have to provide some document saying that, this adult child does not and never will have economic self-sufficiency, and in general, I would say if you can maintain your child on parental health insurance, typically that gives you more options for healthcare providers, receiving care, specifically sometimes if you need to go to different institutions because the care or specialty needs are kind of unique and not all contained within one health system. So that's something to always check into. And you may not be aware that your health insurance carrier has that proviso, but it's very helpful at times. Do know that having Medicaid only health insurance coverage can sometimes limit access to physicians and healthcare systems. And then there are individuals who are dual eligible for both Medicare and Medicaid. So these are important considerations too to be aware of as you're talking about transition. It's just one of many things. I didn't know how that worked. Okay. Next. So in terms of transition clinics, this talks about in health systems, ideal health systems where there are transition clinics and transition teams. These are the different domains that these transition teams can be interacting with and considering. Go ahead.
I just had a question. Okay.
Thanks, Cindy. Next, final slide there. So just in conclusion, adolescents with childhood onset conditions are living into adulthood and often late life, and they now need transition to adult healthcare systems. It's important to consider not just who are going to be the new adult physicians and providers of healthcare, but also how can you optimize self-management skills of the adolescent or young adult with special healthcare needs. Healthcare transition, of course, occurs in the context of a lot of other transitions: education, vocational, social, and a lot of decisions have to be made simultaneously that can impact healthcare, like insurance decisions, like decisions regarding capacity to consent to healthcare. And you need to consider what is the mix of primary and specialty care that your young adult with special healthcare needs is likely going to need in adulthood, and make provision to attend to that balance of need. I want to just tell you about a little pocket manual that I co-authored called Intellectual Disabilities at Your Fingertips, a Healthcare Resource. So this is particularly, I think, something sometimes families might find useful, as well as healthcare providers, for people with more complex healthcare needs. And I'm happy to stick around to answer any individual questions. So thank you all. Thanks for the great dialogue. Good questions. Thank you for Cindy and other people with expertise in the room. Go ahead.